Welcome to the program, good friend of ours, Sheree Clark. It's time for Fork in the Road. But Sheree, normally about this time we're trying to figure out what in the world we're going to eat.
Right.
And, what kind of interesting creation you came up with today. But I don't see a whole lot of consumables here beside probiotics.
Yeah.
What's the story here?
Well, today's topic, we're not going to talk about food today. What I wanted to talk about was pain, which you might think, well, what the hell kind of a topic is that to be happened?
Well, we're going to hit our hand with a hammer? Or?
The focus of your segment is to make better, healthier choices in our lives.
Right.
And that's not always food. There's other things that we put in our body as well, and I would assume what we do if we are in pain.
Exactly. Thank you, Jackie, for that. So the key of the matter, the first thing that I want us to think about with this is that the concept of pain, a lot of times people, the first thing that they want to do is run away from it.
Right.
Who wants pain? Nobody does. It's not an enjoyable thing. But the thing is to remember, pain is a language, and it's the language that your body speaks, and it's telling you something. So the most important thing, if you get nothing else out of this segment, take this away. Pain isn't something to just eradicate. Pain is something to listen to because it's coming for a reason. So let's get to the bigger issue. And sometimes that is obvious. If you bang your foot on the coffee table, you know why your foot hurts. Mm-hmm. But sometimes that pain comes as a result of something else. So it makes sense to, one, look deep inside, and two, seek help. That being the case, once in a while, we know what the cause of the pain is. We know that it's something that we did, and there are remedies for that. And I'm thinking of this particularly because, as we know, Jason, the weather is turning for the better. Mm-hmm. We're going to be getting outside more. We're going to be doing yard work. We're going to be doing exercise that we haven't done in a long time. And you're going to wake up, the weekend warrior is going to wake up Monday morning and go, OMG.
Yeah, my back is killing me.
Right, exactly. So I want to talk about a few things for that, because not necessarily are over-the-counter things that you buy at the drugstore the best thing. Sometimes the best things are a little bit more natural. So if we can talk about that.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
Let's do it.
One of my favorite things is this product right here. It's called Zyflamend, and there are other remedies. It's got a variety. It's a blend of different ingredients, and Zyflamend. And so it's got a variety of different things, and you just take a couple of them, and you can take a look at this if you want. You just take a couple of them, you take it with water. With all of these remedies, even though they're over the counter and they're, quote, natural, please read the directions. It's really important to do that. This one, you take 2 a day. You take it with food. It asks you not to exceed the dosage. There's a reason for that. It works. So if you just don't read the directions and you just start popping them, it may not work, or you might get other pain.
And there's some interesting things in here. Rosemary in here, ginger, holy basil.
Holy basil.
Holy basil.
Yes.
Didn't know that existed. Barberry is also in here.
So what are the
Oregano.
benefits of taking something like this? Just for pain?
Yes, this is for overall inflammation, because
Okay.
the source of inflammation or the source of pain is most of the time inflammation of some sort.
Right.
So this works on the entire body, and it helps with those kinds of things. I like it for backaches. I like it for muscle soreness if
Really?
you've been working out.
Never heard of it.
Is it
Yeah.
something you should take on a regular basis, or only if you are experiencing pain?
Some people do take it prophylactically. For me, it's pretty expensive, so
Okay.
I typically don't. I'll take it either if I know I'm going to exert, like it's going to be a beautiful Saturday and I'm going to go do all the yard work. I might take a little bit in advance. I might do the same thing also with this. This is curcumin, or turmeric, which is curcumin is the active ingredient in there. These are...
There's always something that everyone starts just talking about, whether
Yes.
it's ackee berries or however you say that.
Acai.
Acai, thank you.
That one.
This is what I've been hearing a lot about here recently.
Yes, yep. It's the du jour, the little love, but it's been around a really long time.
Of course
And it's used in Ayurvedic or Indian medicine very often. A lot of times people will drink the tea, and the tea is great, don't get me wrong, but if you take the capsules, it's way more concentrated. There's a lot more of the ingredients inside, so that would be a good beneficial thing to do.
Now, what kind of plant is it? Like a ginger-looking plant, or
It's like a root,
Like
isn't it?
It's a root.
Okay.
Yep, turmeric is a root, and it's actually, it looks just like ginger. And when you juice, I juice it sometimes. I use the fresh juice.
Of course you do. Okay.
Of course I do.
But don't people take that on a regular basis for health?
Yes. This would be something that you could take prophylactically
Okay.
and just as a regular type of a thing.
Okay.
Yes, really good. when I mentioned the coffee table, banging into things,
Right.
and you kick something and you get a bruise, my favorite thing is arnica. Arnica comes in a variety of different formats. This is arnica gel, or this is cream, I think.
Did you go to school with arnica, Jason?
She was really nice. Good student.
Nice. So arnica is something that you can use topically. It's really great. I really love it.
Is that like a Bengay type thing? It's similar to what you use Bengay for?
Similar to for what you use it for, except you don't feel it in the same way. Bengay is kind of got that menthol-edom thing. It doesn't warm you up. It just simply relaxes the muscles and the nerves.
So it's less gay.
It's totally less
Just
gay.
Ben.
Yeah, just Ben. Exactly. You can also take arnica internally, in addition to topically, which you would rub that on. By the way, arnica also is good to prevent bruising. So if you do hit that coffee table, if you put it on your foot or your shin before you get the black and blue ugly thing,
Really?
it keeps it from happening. I swear,
I'll be
it
darned.
works. So use that. If the minute you get a bruise, put it on there. Don't wait for it to hurt.
Are those tablets that you put underneath the tongue?
These are the ones you put under the tongue. They're tiny little ones. Yep. And don't exceed the dosage. It defeats the purpose if you take a whole handful of them. If you think, well, 5 of them would be good, 10 would be great.
Right.
It ruins the whole concept.
Okay, good to know.
There are Chinese medicines like liniments, and your grandma perhaps might have used a liniment. This is an example of one. It's kind of cool. I really like the packaging. Inside there's a little bottle, and it's really, you'll enjoy that. It's got a really
Is that whiskey or?
It looks like an airplane.
It does.
Don't be putting that in your cocktails.
Smells really good.
I like
Yeah,
the
here,
smell
give
of
us
it.
a-
So
give it
what
a
would
whiff.
this be used for?
That what you would use instead of if you were like, yeah, the arnica wasn't working for me.
Okay.
You might use that. It won't prevent the bruising, but it's really a nice massage oil. It would be.
It's like a pepperminty smell to it. Yeah.
That's got more of the Bengay effect.
Okay.
More okay. Lots of other things. This one is good for women who have menstrual cramps. This is cramp bark. Really good for that.
Cramp bark?
Cramp bark.
I've heard of cranberry, but not cramp bark.
Cramp bark.
Cramp
is that
bark,
what it's actually called? There are a couple other ingredients in there, but that's really good for that specific ailment. Look at you guys. It's not perfume.
Oh,
But hey.
well,
I got a bad shoulder.
he has a bad shoulder, and I was always told peppermint kind of wakes you up. So.
Awesome. Knock yourself out.
There you go.
Other
Just don't drink it.
topicals, these are simply to help relieve pain. We've got a couple of different options here. What you would do when you're trying to decide which one to buy is go into the store, read the ingredient label, see which ones attract you, and so forth. And then finally, sometimes our pain is gastrointestinal.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like the tummy pain, and all of these things may not be beneficial for that. Probiotics I find to be really helpful in getting the stomach and the flora of your whole intestinal.
Your gut, yeah.
Yep, back into balance. And sometimes the reason you feel that indigestion is because you overdid it on the weekends. And so a remedy for that, or a prophylactic again, would be Party Smart or herbs that you can take while you're indulging. But certainly the better solution is to just say no to that last one.
Let me see what this one is. I bet you there's milk thistle in here.
Now, quite a few options here for pain and choosing a healthier option, but where can we pick up these items?
Well, I got all of these right here at Campbell's Nutrition, and that's a great question, because here's the thing. Even though I think I know quite a bit about these kinds of things, the hardest part is self-diagnosing. The hardest part is thinking, oh, I did this and thus that's my problem. Sometimes the objective third party, that's why we have physicians, that's why we have naturopaths, that's why we have other professionals we can go to. I like to go to the people at places like Campbell's and say, here are the ailments that I have, what are your observations? And very often when I'm looking in this aisle, they'll say, let's go over here. And oftentimes they're right. So trust, especially local people. They really have your best interest at heart.
Wonderful.
All right. Now, people want some more advice from you or get some tips on things. Is this where they go?
They would go to fork-road.com, and my telephone number is on the website. I'm teaching a lot of classes right now, and many of them are free. So if you'd like to come and learn more, I hope that you will do that.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Sheree
Here's
has class.
your liniment.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
It smells so good.